This entire story takes place over the course of just 1 month. It started with a colony that had completely committed to swarming. No matter what I tried, they refused to change their mind. At this point I had two choices. I could keep fighting their natural instinct, or I could use it to my advantage. This is how one colony became two, and how I replaced my old queen with what could be the best queen in my entire apiary. So 2 days ago I removed every single frame of brood along with every swarm cell I could find. My hope was simple. Without brood to care for, maybe the colony would abandon its swarming plans and return to normal. Sadly, that didn't happen. As soon as I opened the hive, it was obvious that they were still preparing to swarm. There she is. I remembered. So she's over here, and for some reason yesterday she was also in the last frame. Look at her. What are you doing on the last frame? I have no idea what was she doing. So not a single egg inside of this hive instead of that one queen cell. At this moment I stopped trying to prevent it. Instead I decided to speed up entire process. I carefully moved the old queen into the nook along with small population of the bees, and I added few frames of brood from another hive, and that was actually her own brood because that's where I removed it 2 days ago. Alright, so there is our queen. And I'm just going to bring them over there. You could go with me actually. So I actually wonder if I should wait or add brood immediately, because I'm not sure if those bees will be good enough to protect that brood. So let me see what I can find from support hives. So this hive is very aggressive, from which I took the brood, and over here we have some brood which is exiting, which is like perfect. There is some bees, but they seems to be like very white, which means they are young and they will accept our queen pretty easily. So we have food, we have brood, we have queen. What I'm going to do now is this. I actually don't want those forager bees to leave this queen, so putting the roof, and that's it. After that I gave the original colony something much more exciting, a queen cell raised from the best queen I currently have on my apiary, and from this point on everything depended on that single queen cell. So this is our queen cell. It's supposed to go out in like 7-8 days, I'm not 100% sure. It's looking nice, full of royal jelly. That should work. Four days later it was time to check on the nook. The old queen looked healthy, the bees were calm, and everything seems to be going exactly as planned. There is the queen on this frame. I don't know if you can see. No, you cannot. So there is the queen in the middle, marked yellow. It seems like they have a bunch of bees. Both sides are full, and this side over here is with the honey. So I'm going to give them one extra frame. To help the colony build up faster, I added another frame of emerging brood. Every young bee that hatches over the next few days will help this colony a lot. And for original hive, there was nothing to do except to wait. Opening the hive too often during this stage can disturb the young queen, and that's the last thing we want. She needs peace. So over here you can see some exiting brood. So you can see it over here, then over here as well. Another side, same as this, not full frame, but still it's gonna help them a lot. All right, they should get on the size pretty soon. As soon those hatch, is going to be very good. 9 days into the process, I made the quickest inspection possible. I wasn't trying to find the virgin queen because that would be almost impossible. Instead, I checked the queen cell instead. If the top was opened properly, that would tell me if she had successfully emerged or not.
I'm not 100% sure that she's out, but I think so. You can clearly see the hole, but it's not. I mean, I'm checking it too late, so they could shoot it out as well.
Even now, I still didn't want to disturb the colony any more than necessary, so instead of searching for the queen, I used a simple trick. I borrowed a frame containing very young brood from another hive. If the colony had no queen, the bees would immediately start raising emergency queen cells. If they ignored the brood, it would mean that queen was already present.
So this hive is actually really good. I mean, they're not swarming at all. All my queen cells of this year are from this hive. I gave them all the all foundational frames on the top, and instead of swarming they actually build them all and fill them with nectar. No matter what I do, they're just not going to swarm. Like, look at this, full of nectar, and it's very heavy. They are very calm as well, so hopefully next year it's going to be a real pleasure to actually be over here and working, because now this year my hives, rest of the hives, are a bit way too aggressive. Alright, so over here we do have eggs, bunch of eggs. I wonder if I could find larvae instead. Alright, so over here we have larva we just hatched, like all this space, so that's actually extremely good frame. Is queen over here? No. So I don't know how much you can see. You cannot, like, sun is out from different side. Maybe like this. Wait. You can see very transparent larva. Like, it's very hard to see it even. So if we do get some emergency cell, it would be amazing. I mean, I'm not sure if I want them. I actually want them to destroy, I mean to not do anything over here, because that queen cell which I added is actually queen cell from that same hive. So I actually want that queen to survive, but let's see.
The next day I checked for that test frame, not a single emergency queen cell, exactly what I was hoping to see. That was very good sign that the young queen was alive and accepted by the colony. I also checked on the nuke one last time. The population has grown nicely and the old queen was doing great. I added 2 more frames to give them room to expand, and now we are sure that nucleus is good for next month and we are not going to touch it at all.
There are still new fresh colony. I don't want to put this one here, and so on. I will just leave them like this. If they don't want to grow and expand, they can. If they don't want to, sure. But the thing is, now we are pretty much done with this colony and we are just gonna do them help by doing nothing. So if they want to expand, sure. If they don't want to expand, all right. And let's see what they can do.
17 days after starting this video, it was finally time to look for the new queen. Finding a young queen isn't always easy, but after a careful search, there she was.
There she is, finally. Alright, she's over here. Nice on the size.
I marked her so she would be much easier to find during future inspections. Young queens are especially sensitive to any kind of stress during their first weeks, so once I knew everything was going well, I closed the hive and I let her alone. 1 month after this journey began, it was finally time to check, was this queen actually any good? And the answer is very clear.
Oh, this is actually very nice. Look at this. That's actually beautiful. Oh, that's actually really good. Look at this. All full of eggs. Like she's actually really good.
So she was laying extremely well, the brood pattern was solid, compact and beautifully consistent, exactly what you hope to see from high quality queen. What started as a colony determined to swarm ended with 2 nice colonies. And who knows, maybe she becomes one of the best queens in my apiary. So sometimes the best solution isn't always fighting the nature, it's working with it.